hello, everyone. I'm here as always. Welcome to the plants, animals, extraterrestrials, and ghosts that are joining us, I'm sure. Uh, Dan is with me right now. Trevor is on his way. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties, but he will be here. So,
Yes, you'll swap
until
me
he
out with
gets
Trevor,
here,
the younger
yeah,
version of me.
with a little bit more luscious curls than
I
you.
had about that much hair when I was his age.
You didn't have curly hair, though.
No, I didn't have curly hair.
No, his curl pattern is to die for. So, oh, at least we have one confirmed plant. I'm very glad.
Oh, that's good. Welcome.
Dan, if you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be?
Oh, probably just a boring tree, like an oak or something. People drive by it. They're like, "Oh yeah, there's that oak. It's always there."
I liked that segment on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver last week, where and now this segment was about the treehouse masters guy or whatever, and how much he loves trees.
Oh yeah, that's
That was
true.
funny.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
waiting
funny.
this week. I promise you, it's going to be pumpkin spice latte.
I mean, we're there. We need to get there. I mean, maybe they'll wait till September, but I
Hasn't
don't
it
know.
dropped yet? I thought it. No, maybe it hasn't dropped yet. It
I think
usually drops in August because Starbucks is stupid.
Yeah, I think we got to get to the end of August before they feel comfortable with pumpkin spice lattes.
Sequoias for the win.
Mm.
If I were a tree, I feel like I'd be one of those ones that like weaves in on itself, like the braided like bonsai or something. I would
Oh
be a very
yeah,
high maintenance tree.
I could see that. Yeah,
It's funny because I'm not a high maintenance human, but I would be a very high maintenance plant.
yeah. Well,
I'd want to
those are the
say I'd be
best
a
ones.
Venus flytrap, but I just feel like that would be inaccurate because a carnivorous plant doesn't really suit me very well since I'm not carnivorous.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Not like Audrey. Audrey too.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Oh, that would be such a great couple's Halloween costume.
Who would I be?
Rick Moranis.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I'm not going to assume that I'm, that you're the plant and I'm Rick Moranis. We could be the other way around. You never know.
I just want to scream, "Feed me Seymour" at you.
Yeah. I like that movie.
Uh, Either that or we could always we still need to come up with a costume idea that involves the cats. It's not just
Yeah,
a couple's costume, it's a family costume.
we do. We got to figure that out. I don't know. Well,
I can't it makes me angry. So several months ago, like 4 months ago, it might have been more. It might have even been as early as like February. I came up with some sort of brilliant Halloween costume idea for the two of us, and I don't remember what it is.
I can't remember what it was either.
I
It's
should have
like
written it down.
it's got to be something.
It was
This is
something.
the
It
most
was
useless
brilliant though.
statement ever. It's got to be something.
What if
Yeah,
it's nothing
duh.
though?
Of course.
What if my costume idea was that you and I would be an abstract representation of nihilism? So we would literally be nothing.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd
Would
go
be
with
fun.
that. We could be a Brectagon.
I like
Wasn't that
it.
what we were watching last night? Was it the
Yeah, Hot
Brectagon?
Streets, the Bractagon.
Yeah, the Brectagon.
Yeah, by the way, Dan's amazing friend Brian Weissel made a show that had 2 seasons, and we found out it's on HBO Max, buried in there, and we had no idea. And so we
Adult
watched
Swim. Yeah,
one of our favorite episodes last night.
it's called Hot Streets.
Yeah, I really recommend it. It's weird. Like, it's weirder than Rick and Morty, but it has sort of the same flair. It's just a little less granular weird. It's more broadly weird.
Yeah, I love it. I also see Trevor in the studio, so I'm gonna bow out and let the real co-host of the show come in.
Okay, well, we're gonna circle back though, because Dan and I started finally watching Ted Lasso last night. So we're gonna come back to that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Okay, goodbye.
Trevor! Oh no,
Whoop.
he's gone.
No.
Trevor!
Hey, yeah, I'm back again.
Don't worry, I was killing time before the show started while you were working out internet issues, shopping online in the girls' department of Athleta because those are the only clothes I fit in.
Perfectly reasonable. Yeah, I still haven't seen Ted Lasso, which is a crime since I'm like, I mean, I've heard it's good, and also I'm just like a big Premier League fan. Like I watch soccer, so like I need
Football?
to see it. Yes. Well, actually, it's
Okay.
just football in England, not football.
We're only 2 episodes in, I think, so
Yeah,
you could catch up.
I could. This could be a thing. Absolutely. Hi, everybody in
Hi,
chat.
Brandy
Sorry.
Parker.
Well, now that I'm here, do we want to talk about what I watched this week?
Yes, let's talk about you watched this week because I know what the most recent thing is.
Yeah, and we'll definitely dive into that. Well, I watched it for the fourth time, to be fair. Um, but yes. So, what did I watch this week? Kicking off, I saw Don't Breathe 2.
Oh, we might watch it tomorrow. Was it weird?
Pretty awful.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love awful movies.
Like, really honestly terrible. Um, yeah, not a good time. Not a
Did you
good
watch the
time at
first
all.
one yet?
No.
Okay. Ask your parents first. Have them read the IMDb parents content warning because I just want to make sure that I'm not encouraging you to watch something they would be not comfortable with you watching. But there's a reason why I don't own one particular kitchen tool because of that movie.
Got it. Yeah, okay. That's vague. Like it though. Um uh so then what did I watch next? Oh yeah, I watched Jungle Cruise.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I agree. I it was okay. I really liked Emily Blunt. Um was not a fan of anybody else, though Jesse Plemons arguing with a bee was a high point. That
I
was
like watching him do whatever they let him do.
yeah, Jesse Plemons is the best. Um yeah, that I mean it's fine though. It gets very muddled. Like I felt like they kept on introducing so many new things. Like like there didn't seem to be like a very consistent narrative. It was like, okay, we're gonna do this thing, but oh hey, no, then there's these people. Oh, and then there's these people from the past, and then there's just a lot of stuff. And it, what was that?
Muffin just knocked over this amazing. Ooh, I should put it up for the show this week, for Dan's show. I think we're going to come back this week because, by the way, everyone, we're celebrating. Dan's computer is back home. He didn't lose anything. They managed to save everything. But no, Muffin knocked over. I have this really nice case that I put it in because he got me this like etched metal sign of the USS Enterprise. My brother's so cool, which is a sentence I never thought I'd ever say. So I doubt he's watching because I haven't been sending him the link. He just bought a house and got settled in last month. So, but yeah, the cat knocked it over onto herself, but she's fine. That's a long story.
As cats do.
They're itching to get fed. They get fed at 7:30. So
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, do we have donation goals? Sorry, I got cut off pre-show before we could discuss.
No, that's okay. It's weird because you and I talked about so many goals that we are planning for future episodes. But Dan and I. Oh, one goal, small goal. Why don't we just have our basic $25 goal be that I will entice our cats with cat treats and you'll get to watch them crack out? Because who doesn't love cats?
Yeah, $25 for cats. I doubt my cat will come down here because he's generally wild. But
I thought Dasher loved the basement,
both
literally and rhetorically.
Yeah, he does, but he also, whenever he sees any wire, he will freak out, and like run out. Yeah, and I have both lights, the camera, the microphone. I have lots of wires here, so there can be lots.
Have you done the cucumber / zucchini thing with him yet?
I have not. No.
We haven't done it with our cats successfully. I think because the one I got, they didn't think it was enough snake-like, but we have to go to the grocery store because naturally there are very, very few things that my fragile mouth can tolerate right now. And peaches are in season right now and are very, very squishy. So I've been eating peaches, but I'm going to get a zucchini and see if we can make that work.
Nice. No Hitman Houston. We are not talking about 2019's cats.
Oh, wow. By the way, we already have our first donation come in.
Oh wow.
From Rob. Again, Rob, thank you for the Coffee and Tea Fund. I'm going to bail as I haven't seen this flick yet and I want to watch it clean, if you know what I mean. Well, that is totally fair. I think that we can try to
But I
circle
think we're
through
gonna
it
keep it
at a
spoiler free.
reasonable. What?
I think we're gonna try and keep it spoiler free.
Yeah, if you want, we can totally keep it spoiler free. That way, in case anyone hasn't seen anything recent yet. So if you are still sticking around, you
Yeah.
can stay.
There's
Although I do know we're overlapping with Jesse Swift's virtual bachelor party is tonight also, I believe. So I totally understand if people are over there, if they come back here later, or if you're interested, by the way, please go check it out. He's going to be having quite a good time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I doubt that many people here have seen Shiva Baby. But so we'll try and keep it spoiler free. But
Yes.
absolutely. I think we got another donation too.
It is. You want to read that one, Trevor?
Yeah. From Hitman Houston or Hudson. Is it Hudson or Houston?
I mean, it is spelled Hudson.
Hudson? Okay. I don't know. I always read it Houston. I donated $3. I watched 12 Angry Men for the first time, and I honestly think the Sidney Lumet guy is really good at directing. Yeah, I might have some. Network is probably the greatest film I have ever seen, and 12 Angry Men was another top-tier movie. Which other of his films would y'all recommend? Ooh,
Why
I
don't
don't
we
know.
let Dan come in for this? That's one of his favorite directors, and you should show him what you showed me before.
Yeah, I did just get this in the mail. So I'm very, very excited about that. But yeah, I'm Dan. Dan would be the best one to answer this question.
Lots of great ones if you're gonna just jump in. Dog Day Afternoon, The Verdict, and Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, which was his last movie, are three other great Sidney Lumet movies, and then you can go from there.
Nice. Yeah, he's another.
And by the way,
director.
I think isn't the TV version also on that Criterion disc? Have you ever watched that one, Trevor?
I have not. That's part of the reason why I bought the Criterion disc. I wanted to, I wanted to see the TV version. But yeah, what else did I watch? I watched Free Guy.
Did you like it?
I really loved it.
Yes, I'm so glad. I loved it.
So I got to see it in a theater, and of course, how else would I would have watched it? But so it was this really cool. So I went up to my family and I we went up to Chicago this past week and just kind of walked around the city, just as a last thing before school starts because I have school next week. So
oh no! I won't be able to bother you all the time. I'll have to ask you if your homework is done first.
I know, just like earlier in the year. But yeah, going into my sophomore year, but we wanted to do a fun thing, so we just kind of walked around. Didn't really go into too many places because COVID. But we did go to this cool. My dad and I we went and saw Free Guy, and it was this cool. It was this like restored theater from like the 40s or 50s.
Oh, that's cool.
And we had the entire thing to ourselves, which is good from a COVID perspective. But yeah, no, it was this really cool theater. They had the sound turned up like all the way, which is both fun and annoying. Because really got to hear the sound design. But yeah, I really liked it. It felt like this generation. Okay, well, it feels weird saying this generation because it's my generation. But it felt like this / my generation's The Truman Show. It felt like a modern update of The Truman Show to me.
Again, maintaining spoiler free, but do you understand now what Dan and I were saying when we said that there's something they do that actually kind of really shows what the cool part of like studio cooperation would be for studios that don't own one another?
Yep.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed because I think that there was an article from I think Variety that was like trending on Twitter. It was after I'd seen it, but I think it spoiled it for some people.
Oh, that's so mean.
I know. I hate when they do that. Like, but I think multiple things. I think Hollywood Reporter did something. I think Collider did something along that. It's like at least give it a week. Like I was lucky to see it before that, but
it traffics well, which sucks because it is a business. But yeah, I'll admit it, mostly because I've been sleeping a lot. I've not been very on social, so I hadn't seen any of that.
Yeah, but no, I really, really loved it. And yeah, I agree with what you said. Like, I'm glad that it wasn't just the Ryan Reynolds show.
Yeah, even though
it actually
he
took
can
time
make
to be
it work, but
Yeah.
I'm glad he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I watched Murder Mystery, the Adam Sandler Jennifer Aniston Netflix film.
Yeah.
I liked it more than I expected. It
Same.
is not good, but I liked it more than I expected. Adam Sandler, for once in his life, I said this in my Letterboxd review. For once in his life, except for Punch Drunk Love, Meyerowitz Stories, and Uncut Gems, wasn't the most annoying person on screen.
Yeah.
He was actually, I don't even know if I want to say decent, but he wasn't his horrible usual self in this. And I'm sorry if you like Adam Sandler. I did not grow up with his movies at all. I was born in 2005, so if anything, I would have grown up with the bad Adam Sandler movies.
I was about
Well,
to say I grew up with Sandler, but it was still good back then.
yeah. But like, I like a lot of his dramatic stuff, like Meyerowitz Stories. I was just talking with you. Like, I love Noah Baumbach, and like Uncut Gems. I mean, I'm sitting right here. I'm excited for the Criterion later, but like, he's usually pretty bad. I mean, did you see Hubie Halloween last year?
I actually did not. Dan watched it and reviewed it, but I can't remember why I didn't. And I really want to. Maybe that'll be on this year's 31 Days of Halloween because why not?
Why not? It's something. He does the dumbest accent in the world, like to the point where it's like not understandable.
That's fantastic.
I like it's like Tenet. You need subtitles to understand what's being said.
I'm so
Never
excited
thought I
now.
would compare those two movies. But yeah, no, I didn't mind it. I watched it with my sister, and she's been watching through Friends, so she liked it because Jennifer Aniston was in it. But it was fun enough. Then I watched Demonic, the new Neil Blomkamp film, and it's not good. Neil Blomkamp is a very good director, at least to me. He didn't really understand how to execute this story. It felt like he had a bunch of ideas and then just threw it against the wall. And they didn't really materialize into anything. And it starts out very intriguing. So do you know what the movie's about?
I don't actually.
So it's about this woman who, like, her mother is like being treated, and then she goes into her like a simulation of inside of her brain, but then her mom gets mad that she's there, that she's like in a hospital. So then she gets mad, and then they start doing weird stuff. But then it just really spirals out of control, like both like the story, but then also just like a narrative. Like, it gets to the point where the line, like, we got to call in the Vatican Black Ops team. They're a highly trained Black Ops team of monks. That line is said in the film. So
Oh, that's something.
it goes from an intriguing premise to just like, woof. So yeah, I was not a fan. I watched the short film Re-Entry. Guys, check this out. It is on Vimeo. I'm actually, if I can find it, I'll put a link in the chat to watch it. It's only 9 minutes. This short is really, really phenomenal. It dives into like life and death and different ideas and theories about that in such an interesting way. And those are topics that I love a film dealing with. I'm very fascinated by the ideas of life and death. And this film explores them so well. Like, it's only 9 minutes. I'm trying to find it on Vimeo. It's really, really incredible though. I highly suggest you check it out. I watched it yesterday, and then I rewatched it again today. There's so much to unpack with it. So I will put that in the chat soon once I get the link.
By the way, Ken, I think that might be sirens on your end. Now, if we were still in LA, I would say it's probably us because there's always sirens, but I don't think there's any on our end, and I don't hear any myself. So hopefully everything is okay in your neighborhood. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm frozen or Trevor is. Oh, I think it was me.
It might be Trevor.
Oh, I thought it was me. Okay, well, hey, you know what? We can. I'm sure he'll get that link in there in a second, and then he can get himself sorted out. But in the meantime, we could always circle back to Ted Lasso for a second.
Oh, hang on. I think he's back.
Never mind.
Okay.
I have no clue what's going on.
Everything's okay. Everything will be fine.
I didn't hear sirens on my side.
Okay,
I
then
don't know what that was.
it might be on his end then. Hi, Sir Pounce. He's like, I want to be fed right now.
Yeah. In Manhattan, Trevor is frozen. But yes, re-entry, very, very good. And I should be able to put the link. All right, link is in chat if you want to watch it. It's good. Oh, cat.
Yep, he's gonna get fed any second. He's gonna freak out. He's a good boy. Are you a good boy?
I also watched Annette.
So jelly. It's on our list like ASAP.
In this movie, I love it so much. There's lots of negative reactions, and this movie definitely is not for everybody. Just the music alone is not going to be for everybody. I really like Sparks, so I like all the music. Leos Carax is a director that I really want to see more of after watching this. But like, this is maybe Adam Driver's best performance. It rivals Marriage Story as his best, in my opinion. It feels like a cross between like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and an evil Bo Burnham, and I love it. Like, it's so disturbing the entire time, but it's also like much more humanizing. And like his chemistry with Marion Cotillard is great. Simon Helberg is great in the supporting role. It's so good. It's really, really good. There's so many, like, there's one really solid metaphor that's also very unsettling and very creepy. That was not in any of the trailers or anything. So before there's another article like there was for Free Guy, go watch it. Because it's great to jump into.
Oh no. Trevor, are you there? Dan, is it
Well,
us?
we seem to have lost Trevor again.
Well, everybody, this is a lesson in technology. It's not perfect yet.
No, we're still getting there.
Well, I'm even more eager to watch Annette now.
Yeah, I feel bad. It's like oh wait, no, he's back. Okay.
Well, stay in. We can talk about Annette for a couple minutes.
Well, no, I feel like we don't get anything here. We don't get any like they did all of these fan screenings for Shang-Chi. There wasn't one within 5 hours of us. Like, there's people here that want to do these kind of things too.
Yeah, we're people.
People.
I guess this is just gonna be the show. You'll get little cutaways to Dan and Mara.
Yeah.
I have no clue what's going on.
It's okay. You know what? If this were normal, no one would want to be here.
It's true.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Annette though, very, very good. Check it out. Then Pieces of a Woman, I saw. I'm definitely late to the party on that. Great performance from Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
Manhattan Frozen 2.
Oh, I love it. We're just going to keep going. You're going to come out probably before the next Frozen movie does. Frozen 3, starring Trevor, 2021.
Yeah, definitely. I saw Frozen 2 in the theaters with one of my friends. So we do a movie podcast together, and we went opening night to review it. And we probably looked so creepy because it was opening night, and it was just us and then like a bunch of little girls and their moms. We were so out of place. I actually didn't mind the movie except for the incredibly dumb Lost in the Woods tower ballad from Christoph. That
See, it's funny because that was like Dan and mine, like our favorite part of the movie, I think, because just generationally, like I love that stuff.
it was we both, me and my friend, burst out laughing in the theater.
I mean, we were laughing too. It was funny. I know you were laughing at it, but I was laughing.
Yeah. It's but yeah. Let's jump into Shiva Baby because we just watched this. You watched it for the first time.
Yes, like we literally just watched it today at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like an hour ago. And we'll also try and keep it spoiler free because Dan hasn't seen it and he wants to.
So everyone is safe if they're gonna stay.
Yes. Check out this movie. It's on HBO Max. It's also on Canopy. Canopy, great streaming service. If you have like a library card, you can use it. Also, if you are a student, I believe, and like you can prove that you're a student, it's also free. But like library cards are free, at least where I live. I don't know if elsewhere you have to pay for them, but like it's essentially just a free streaming service. Libraries
They have
also
everything
to get movies because like I feel like people forget about libraries, but like support your local libraries because like they have a lot of movies. And again, I know it also differs, but like our library, like it's just movies you don't have to pay for them or anything. It's just you can go get movies on DVD and Blu-ray. So it's a great place to go get stuff. But Canopy's great. They have a complete A24 collection. Parasite's on there right there. They have a lot of neon stuff. They have every Alfred Hitchcock film, I believe. I believe they have every Audrey Hepburn film. And they consistently update with newly released independent films, documentaries, and foreign films that like don't have licenses with streaming services. And some do, like Shiva Baby's on there. It's also on HBO Max. But Canopy is great. But yeah, so Shiva Baby. Mara, I want to hear your first thoughts and how you would describe the movie because people have heard me talk about it before because it's my favorite movie of the year.
Well, it's funny though because my experience with it is very unique because having sat Shiva, it's terrible. So like it was very immersive because it's like, oh my God, watching that movie, like if you don't know or haven't experienced a lot of Jewish culture, that movie is going to be an education for you. You might need to Google some Yiddish words, but you'll get the gist of it, I think. Oh my gosh, that is like a traumatizing amount of feeling like I'm experiencing something with my actual family, which I don't want to do. But I mean, I loved it. Like that discomfort though, like was purely from my experience. However, the anxiety of the movie is very palpable in a good way. Like they want you to feel anxious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I love the music. As you described it, it's very A24, the music style, but it works. It really does.
Yeah. Like it reminded me of the trailer music from Midsommar.
Mm-hmm. And most of the movie is, and you experience about an hour in real time with the people, which I love because I just think that it makes you feel more like that experience is real and really happening because it's not jumping forward. We're not seeing a bunch of things happen over time. It's an hour of just following this main character along, which, oh my goodness, they tell so much of a story. And honestly, they do so much without saying it. They do a lot of showing. It's really, really entertaining. And it's under 90 minutes. Like everyone should check it out if they think like, you can read the log line or whatever about it to see if it's your speed. Because if you aren't interested in movies about people that utilize those services that go to a Shiva and then have things happen, that's okay too.
Yeah. I love this movie. This is my fourth time watching it. It's still my favorite movie of the year. There's so many perfect things about it. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler to say there's one scene that very much emulates a panic attack, and the editing in that scene is incredible. Like I've had panic attacks before. I have anxiety and stuff, and like that is the most accurate representation of a panic attack I've ever seen on screen. Like
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah. And the cinematography is also incredible. Like, and this is something that I've, just continued to notice, but like in almost every single shot, she's always framed by two characters or a character on the wall. Like she's always trapped within people or the building. Because I also think like the building they're in is as much as a character as everybody else. Like it's so fleshed out because it's a one location film. It's all taking place within one location. And they really utilize that building and turn that into something that like it is almost like a character. But like yeah, the cinematography is gorgeous, the editing's incredible. And Rachel Sennett, who plays the lead, is so good. I mean, it's my favorite female lead performance of the year, maybe my favorite performance of the year. Like if I got to pick the Oscars right now, she would be my pick for Best Actress. Unfortunately, this movie probably won't get any Oscar love just because it's very small. But it's part of the reason why I wanted it to be the main topic today, because I want more people to see it. I really do.
This is the perfect opportunity to introduce one of the things that we're going to be doing for this year. Do you want to discuss our awards?
Yeah. So we're gonna do our own award show called the Basement Movie Awards. Because what else would
there will be physical awards, so crafting will occur, and we will wear fancy clothes.
Yeah, I have to find fancy clothes.
But
yeah, but yeah, we're gonna have our own movie awards at the end of the year, just based off of our favorites of the year. We're gonna have some of our own. We're gonna do all of the Academy's categories, but we'll also have some of our own. One of them, so it's just a few all throughout there: best voice performance, best debut director, most overlooked film, the best movie not nominated for any Oscars, best inner geekdom movie. So we're gonna have lots of fun with our own stuff. So Mara and I will delineate. Maybe Dan can help select maybe on some tiebreakers.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we let we're just throwing ideas out on air. Should we let some of the categories be done by like we could pick the nominations, but like you could put up like a Twitter poll or something for some of them?
I definitely think that is a good idea. I love that. Hitman Hudson said, "Will the cat stand in for those not present to accept their award?" I think we could do that. I think we can make enough unique cat costumes to encompass our winners. It's possible.
Well, let's see.
Actually, one award that I suggested today is we're going to have a best movie pet. So this will include animated features, and they don't have to be real animals. So there's a whole spectrum of the nominees that we can have. But I can tell you, someone that's got an early lead is the dog from The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Absolutely. Is the fox from The Green Knight a pet?
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely a pet.
Okay. Just double checking. Because I like that fox.
Plus, we're the Academy. We are our own Academy. We get to pick. They have their own dumb rules. We can make ours.
Absolutely. Yeah. For sure.
Hey, we're already more diverse than the Academy. It hurts so much to laugh. Although yawning is the worst right now. That's the thing I'm struggling with the most. Turns out that when you hyperextend your jaw, that all the stitches in it will pull and want to pop out.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'm trying to think of other pets. We got the Dalmatians and Cruella,
or the dogs, like the non-Dalmatian dogs, the one that helps them with like their grifting or whatever.
That works. What about I don't know how much you remember from the Suicide Squad, but the rats from the Suicide Squad.
It's funny. I was telling you earlier that I was going to watch it again, possibly yesterday because we had our patron watch along, but they actually voted for Rogue One. So I am going to rewatch it this week. And I do remember there are rats
Yeah.
because I've seen the trailer. But yeah, they would count. We can call a horde a pet.
Yeah, that works. I think this works. So yeah, anyways, the Basement Movie Awards, they're going to be a thing. I'm excited about them because
More to follow.
I'm very obsessed with the Oscars. I probably to an unhealthy level, but I really like the Oscars. So I like having our own awards. But Mara, do you want to jump into some news?
Yes, I do.
All right. Our first story here. Ryan Reynolds says that Disney wants him to do Free Guy 2.
Do you want that, Trevor?
I don't know how.
I mean, they kind of have a bunch of things they could do, but I don't really want them to, honestly. I don't think it needs to.
Yeah.
Not everything needs a sequel. A revenue stream can really just be one inspired moment of greatness.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. This feels very weird. I don't. So he said that Ryan Reynolds said that Disney wants him to do it. Doesn't mean that it's actually happening.
Yeah.
So I don't really think I want this to happen.
I'll keep
'Cause,
an
yeah,
open
like-
mind, but I'm not going to ask for it. Like if they were putting out a poll and they said, "Do you want us to make Free Guy 2?" I'd vote no, but I could see it and it could be great. Who knows? Like I was not eager to see Toy Story 4. Like I was really concerned that I was going to find that they just wanted to make money, but I felt like it was a natural progression and they told a really good story. So maybe this will be our Toy Story 4 about Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe that. No, I'm just imagining Ryan Reynolds in a Toy Story movie, and I kind of want that.
Hey, they put Keanu in it and he was brilliant. So
Absolutely.
for all we know, this is already happening.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about this. I think that Toy Story 3 was my first movie in theaters. Because I was
Oh my God.
5.
That's crazy.
I think it's one of the first movies I remember. Because like the first two came out well before I was born.
A little bit.
Yeah. So, but I'm pretty. I think that Toy Story 3 was my first movie in theaters. Pretty sure. Ken in the chat already looking forward to your awards show. Me too. I'm looking forward to it too. You'll probably see lots of Shiva Baby. If you couldn't tell, we both kind of love it.
Yeah.
What's some other news in here? There's going to be a Dune sequel. We kind of knew that, but Denis Villeneuve said that it's going to focus on Zendaya's character. So, and then he said today that there's going to be he's working on it. It's going to be a trilogy, and then the second movie is going to continue the first book, but just focus on Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
But then the third one's going to adapt the second book.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So they're kind of doing like the reverse Harry Potter, Twilight, Hunger Games thing, where they're doing the first one as 2 parts rather than the last one as 2 parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so does this get you excited for the future of the Dune franchise?
I mean, I think that there's almost no doubt in my mind that it's just going to be a gorgeous set of films to watch. I mean, how could it not be? But also, yeah, I'm incredibly excited. If you had asked me what movie I thought deserved a remake, but that would never get one, if you had asked me that 5 years ago, I would have been like, it's Dune.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because I haven't read the book, but I've seen David Lynch's Dune. I was not a massive fan. It felt incredibly bloated, but I loved all of the concepts it presented. So I'm very, very excited for Denis Villeneuve's Dune. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. I mean, Zendaya is really. I think that she's a phenomenal actress. I mean, we've seen like Euphoria. Like I think it's only a matter of time before she gets her first Oscar nomination. It obviously won't be for Dune. because that movie isn't going to get anything in the acting categories. But like, she's a great actor. So just anything with Zendaya. I mean, if Malcolm and Marie were a little bit better directed, I think that she could have had a shot at a nomination for that.
Yeah.
But I just, because both her and John David Washington, I thought were very good in the movie. I just didn't think that Sam Levinson was the right person at all to tell that story.
That's fair.
So yeah, him and Hudson. I'm not that much older. My first movie was Finding Nemo. Nice. So that's 7 years before. But yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for Dune. Something that kind of has me sad because I wanted to watch this box office battle is Addams Family 2 and Hotel Transylvania Transformania are both kind of backing out. Hotel Transylvania Transformania, because they were both going to be head-to-head October 1st, which I was very excited for the box office battle. But Hotel Transylvania Transformania is now going, it was $100 million deal, and now it's going straight to Amazon Prime on October 1st instead, and it's completely
That's crazy.
And then Addams Family 2 was just announced today that that's going to have a hybrid release with a premium video on demand, same day as theater. So we're kind of starting to see the dominoes fall again. I mean, we had Clifford the Big Red Dog move. We had Venom Let There Be Carnage move. Both these movies are going streaming hybrid. I don't know. I think that Shang-Chi is coming out since it had its premiere.
Well, although A Quiet Place 2 had its premiere and then it didn't come out for over a year.
That's very true.
That billboard was at Lancashire and oh my god, Ventura for over a year. And then I think there was another one right by Hollywood and Highland, and every single time we would drive by there, we'd be like, when are they going to take it down? It says like March 20th, 2020. It just kept, I think that was the date. I could be wrong. But yeah, just stayed there for a year. It was so weird.
We need you to time travel to see this film.
It's just so wild, though. It's like you have your premiere and then nothing happens. And then a year later, it's like, oh, yeah, remember that movie? It's happening still for real.
I know. But yeah, I could see other movies I could see moving. I could see No Time to Die moving just because, I mean, it keeps moving. So they set a premiere date, but like that doesn't mean anything. I could also see West Side Story moving because they're very committed to a Christmas release.
Yeah.
They will want that Christmas release. If they won't be able to make their money back, it gets pushed back, which then makes the Oscars very interesting because that shakes up a lot of stuff. That opens up another Best Picture spot where you could see something potentially like King Richard getting in that's like on the bubble, or like The Humans, the new A24 film with Steven Yeun, or like Mass that came out at Sundance. Like it opens it up for some bubble films if West Side Story moves for the Best Picture race. So it's going to be very interesting how this back half of the year, because even with 2020, like it took French Dispatch and West Side Story and Dune forever to move. Like they were sticking it out for a while. So I don't know if we see that again because cases are definitely going up.
Yeah, I actually saw that poor Australia, that they had their highest day ever, like not Delta, just like highest day ever of new cases. I just feel so bad for them.
Yeah, that's insane. Like I mean, over a year into this, that we're still setting records is insane. So it'll be interesting. I mean, because movies have also started to pull out internationally, like The Green Knight pulled out internationally. Like I have a friend who lives in England, and he was very excited to see The Green Knight, and it pulled out of its release a day beforehand. So like movies I know a couple other films have done that internationally. So it's gonna be interesting, especially as a someone who loves to predict the Oscars. Like it's just like last year. It's so hard to really commit to predictions, because there's a lot. There's so many things that could change. Ken and chat, I watched the Val Kilmer doc yesterday. It was good. people in chat continue to tell me to watch that, and I know that I should. Everybody says that it's so good. Well, I mean, it's A24. I love A24 most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need to see that. It's on Amazon Prime. I saw it right next to Annette when I watched Annette. It was right there. But yeah, definitely want to check that out. I know both Ken saying you just watched it, Haskell said that I should watch it. I should watch it. I might do that next week. But yeah, very, very, very interesting with all these movies. I just want to see them come out. I really want to see them come out. Something that I'm very excited for. I'm gonna keep talking about it every single week because I love it. Wes Anderson, Scarlett Johansson joined the cast because whoa, look at this cast. Like Tom Hanks, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton, Adrian Brody, Jason Schwartzman. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Michael Cera's in there. Like
all of the people.
I'm so excited for this movie. I mean, it's shooting in Spain. It's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, there's not that much to talk about it. We talked about this movie last week, but just wanted to point out Scarlett Johansson's joining it. And what's very interesting is right now on IMDb, it's listed that the movie is going to be produced by Searchlight, I believe, which is a subsidiary of Disney.
Yeah.
So that's interesting with Scarlett Johansson joining it. I know that I think in the Collider article they said that was wrong, but it still hasn't changed.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So I'm not sure. Nick said Owen Wilson's in there, right? And that Wes Anderson's boy. I think he's in there. I mean, I would just assume like it's a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as we mentioned, Shang-Chi came out, and first reactions are high. First reactions are very high.
Yeah, Dan and I are very curious.
Yeah, because this movie was actually one that I didn't know if it was going to work. Because it kind of feels like it almost feels like even though it's only just been Black Widow, like I'm sensing like a rut coming on for the MCU films. But people really loved Shang-Chi, so I know like I really want this to be good.
Same.
I'm just not sure. I've been very skeptical. Don't know what that word was. Skeptical of it the whole time because like I think Eternals looks fantastic. Which speaking of, we got a trailer for that, so we can talk about that afterwards. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm happy to see people are loving it though. So we'll see. I mean, it's people have been pointing out the action set piece is great. That Simu Liu is great. So I know it makes me very excited to see it, but I'm still I know I still feel very apprehensive about this.
I'm curious. So. I just really want to know whether or not I will like it.
Yeah, because like I thought that Black Widow was fine. The more I move away from it though, the more forgettable it is. Like it's a very forgettable movie. But we'll see. We'll see what continues to go on. Let's see. Hitman Hudson donated $2. Have you seen the Star Wars Visions trailer? If so, what did you think? Mara, did you see it?
I did not. Now I feel some FOMO.
I know I didn't see it either. I saw that it came out and then I just didn't watch it.
You know what? Why don't we say that we'll watch it and that'll be something we talk about next week?
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that next week.
We already have a topic. I'm so excited.
I know. People said that they were like reactions were loving it. Like people said that it looked fantastic. So it makes me very excited. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I was very aware that it came out.
I've been very I've been so out of touch lately.
Yeah.
I've spent so much time asleep. Like the entire month of August is just going to be gone for me. That's okay. I mean, honestly, like a year from now, gosh, I hope when we look back at August 2021, we're like, man, everything was terrible. And I'll just be like, sure, of course it was. Whatever you say.
We have $15 in donations, 10 more, and we get to see Cats, not the movie, the actual good Cats.
Although that is something we should finally do. We had talked about that would be one
Yeah.
of our big goals was you guys donate and we will watch Cats with our cats with you.
Yeah, we'll watch Cats with Cats. We'll get our cats on screen. I can't promise that Dasher won't run away, but he'll stay on screen for as long as he feels reasonable. But yeah, we'll watch Cats with Cats. Maybe that's next show's donation goal. I don't know how much we want to make it. But yeah, we'll do it. We'll do a Cats watch along because why not?
Yes, I'll even I'll dress like a cat as well. I'll take a black eyeliner, paint on some whiskers. Yeah, groom myself.
Nick says he fell asleep during that movie. I envy you. I stayed awake the whole time.
Oh my gosh, that thing was something.
I still don't know what the story is. Like, I'm still confused.
The theater that we saw it in, because this was kind of later, like people already knew what it was. So I was in a theater with people laughing at the movie, and it was enjoyable to watch them watch it.
Yeah, I watched it by myself at home after its theater run. And
Dan got very intoxicated on AMC bar drinks.
Can we go further and make it Catwoman? What if we set a big donation goal? What if we do a double feature of Cats and Catwoman?
You know, we could have it be where there's like our goal, and we'll do Cats, and the stretch goal can be the double feature Cats and Catwoman.
Yeah. So that maybe that's next show. If you guys want it, we'll do it. If you guys want to donate.
Yes, I like that idea. We can make that work.
One thing that we did mention last time that I kind of forgot about until now, but people in chat, we talked about hot takes. Mara, your face, what?
We might have a special guest pop in a few minutes.
Ooh, interesting. But for those in chat we talked about last week, we want to hear your hot takes on movies. So, well, if you guys want to throw them in, we can react to your hot takes. Mara, do you have any hot takes on film?
Captain Marvel is my least favorite MCU film. That's my hot take.
I don't know if that's too hot of a take. Like, it's not my least favorite, but I don't think it's that good.
I find the heavy-handed, overt feminism very off-putting personally. I like to live my social messages in the world of subtlety and discourse. And the minute that the I'm just a girl needle drop happened, I was like, all right, I'm checked out. I am so checked out of this movie.
For me, I think that Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, is the best Star Trek film, barring 09. But of the original 6, I think Search for Spock is the best one.
Dan, pop in here. I want to hear some. I don't know.
Ooh, just a minute. Hitman Hudson. Lego Movie 2 is better than Lego Movie 1.
Ooh.
That's.
Ugh. Hey, you know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I admire your passion. I disagree, but I like that you shared. I very much appreciate that.
There's a reason I only own one of them.
I heard from the back that our guest is here and waiting. Why don't we bring our guest on right now?
For sure. Want to hear their hot takes too.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, dude.
Hey,
oh my God. Is that the champion of the world and her cool best friend?
Yes, I'm
sorry,
just the champion of the world.
Of the universe.
How you doing, man? You enjoying being back in the continental U.S.?
I am in an alley.
Of course you are.
It looks a lot like a dungeon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
This is Echo Park. I went to the Dodger game today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're talking about hot takes.
Having fun? Running
we're talking about hot
questions
takes
about
with movies.
Edward James Almost.
It's always fun. I always love when Kaiser drops in anytime. You know, I'm not joking. This guy needs to win Manager of the Year at the Schmodown Awards. I don't care if we finish in last place. This guy leads the faction like no other manager does. He was in Hawaii, 5 hours time difference from us, and he's up at 3 in the morning
6
helping
hours,
people
Mara.
study.
Don't shortchange me. 6 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry, 6 hours. I swear I thought it was 5 from Central Time, but I don't mind. I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with that. But this guy here, he puts in the time and he learns things. That Star Wars challenge he made about Boba Fett's blaster, that was pure Kaiser brain there. Like, that's incredible. I'm just gonna put it out there now. A vote for Kaiser is a vote for the best manager of the year.
I can honestly say one thing. Great players make a greater manager. And I got the greatest players. So get in line.
Nice. Kaiser, we got some hot. So we're all sharing our hot takes on movies in the chat. I'd like to hear yours.
I
But
watched
first,
the new Wonder Woman movie with the cheetah. Bad. And I love Kristen Wiig. But, God, that was a bad movie.
I think we can all agree on that, though.
I watched the Godzilla Kong. Bad movie. Damn.
I like it.
I wanted that to be better.
I like it. I think it's fun.
You
gotta
would,
go.
okay? Because it's like a Hasbro toy came to life and made a movie, which is why you like it. And that's okay. It's not a bad movie. I would never say it's a bad movie. But, God, I love Gareth Edwards' Godzilla. So if you're going to make a monster movie, please be close to Gareth Edwards. What's the next question?
Hold on. There's someone else joining us right now who might have something to say about my speech here.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Oh.
Did somebody say manager of the year?
Wow. Look at you have the two most beautiful people rated over 40 years old by People magazine.
Rated over 40 years old.
People's hottest over 40. Look at this.
Oh.
You wish you could have a piece of this.
Do you have a sign around you that says warning, blaring sound all the time, or are you not at home?
I might have to sit out on that note. I can take a cue.
Did the Dodgers win?
Miller High Life. Because nothing says drinking like 1932.
Sponsored, cover it up.
Nothing says drinking in the afternoon quite like Miller High Life.
Yeah. I'm at the Shortstop in Echo Park, which is a dope bar.
Oh, my God.
Dodger game today for my homeboy's birthday, Alabama Mike. Happy birthday, Alabama Mike. If you're watching, well, you're not watching because he's back there. Can you guys guess which one is Alabama Mike in that lineup?
I think guess Alabama Mike is not the one taking the photos. Alabama Mike doesn't sound nostalgic.
Which one is Alabama Mike?
He's the one.
Your ear.
He's the one not taking the photo because I don't picture Alabama Mike as a nostalgic
How do you
type.
know my alias is an Alabama Mike and it's not my other birthday? Thank you.
How many states is Alabama Mike wanted in? I feel like that is definitely a name that's on a police bulletin.
Right. I vote Kaiser most likely to have a lot of friends with the names of states before their actual names. You know, like New Jersey Nick and Rhode Island Rudy.
It is super loud here. I feel so bad. I should go on that.
Woundsocket
Loud
Tom.
guys.
Oh my gosh.
We got some hot takes in chat.
Yeah, sharing some hot takes. Do you agree that Star Trek is better than Star Wars?
Of course I don't agree with that.
Alabama Mike right there.
I'm shocked by this.
Alabama Mike, hi. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alabama Mike, hi.
Hi, Alabama Mike.
Alabama Mike, happy birthday.
Is it legal? Is it legal for me to be around him even over video
You
call?
sort of feel like you're on the Gucci Kaiser, but there's no Gucci show.
It depends if you're getting a contact high, Trevor.
Luckily, everyone is wearing a shirt, and it's going to stay
But
there.
there's somebody actually has talent, Adam Witt. A real comedian.
Hey, you've got talent. You've got talents.
Oh, no, I just have day old cheese and an attitude.
Now there's a T-shirt. Day old cheese and an attitude.
I mean,
John
that's all I
Kaiser.
got.
Kaiser, chat's telling
This dungeon runs on, baby.
Mike happy birthday. The chat's telling Mike happy birthday.
Ken Uluzas says happy birthday, Mike. So tell him that's from Ken.
Ken? Hey, Mike, somebody said happy birthday to you live on the internet. You just got a shout out, all right?
Isn't this technology nuts?
With it. Alabama Mike is with it.
His technology's nuts. He just turns on his camera at a bar after and he's broadcasting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is really good here, whatever it is. Not that good at Dodger Stadium, I'll tell you that much.
That's a fact.
I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt because it's $15 and it breathes well.
The
Logic tracks.
those
Go Dodgers.
Those Hawaiians, they really got that Hawaiian shirt thing down. They should brand that.
Really
Oh
do.
my gosh.
Got a corner on the
Pineapple
market with-
fresh in Hawaii is the best thing on the whole planet.
We've been trying to grow. If you want, I'll take the camera out there. We've been trying to grow. We could do pineapple can. We've been trying to grow a pineapple for a year in our front yard.
Is it working?
Yeah. It's. But it takes 2 years to grow one.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Don't you just like bury the top of it? Isn't that what you do?
Right.
Trevor, when do you turn 18 so I can
Exactly.
say fuck and not really get mad if I say fuck?
Dan is not on his A game right now because I expected to see Captain
Right.
America just now.
Yeah.
There we
There you go. I picture.
I turned 18 in 3 years, Kaiser.
Trevor the Great.
Although this is the
I'll give you
perfect
that
opportunity
nickname,
to
Trevor the
talk
Great.
about the fact that next month we are going to have a huge, epic birthday party for Trevor. So stay tuned for
I'm
details.
turning 16.
I'm going to
16.
broadcast from a dim sum joint in about 15 minutes, so
All
I'll
right.
check in with you soon.
Guys, you're the best.
Every single human being in these four squares I love, and if anybody in the chat said anything bad about me, you can go fudge yourself.
There we go. But he didn't say fudge.
Oh, extra special thank you to Kaiser for calling in. I gave him, of course, especially last minute notice because I've been sleeping a lot this week. Not that it's an excuse, it just is a statement of fact. So thank you, Kaiser, for dropping by. Also, thank you to Adam for dropping in.
No, I had a friend who was coming over, and I took a shower, and that's why I said I wouldn't be able to hop on. I didn't think, and then he just said traffic had stopped his bus, and he's waiting for a cutoff, and I was like, oh, I got a half hour, so I'll hop in.
Nice. By the way, is that Pantera I see in the background, or is that just a black shirt on the back?
That's just a black shirt. I mean, this is the funny thing is, I just woke up from an 8-hour nap. I think some people call that sleep. So I just got up, and so, I mean, my room is just completely, it's laundry and shit.
I'm so disappointed.
So it's not Pantera. This is Pantera's bed right here. But he also napped all afternoon. I think we were symbiotic like E.T. and Elliot, because he's got allergies.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, there's another Star Wars hot take I got to get your opinion on.
All right.
Hitman Hudson says A New Hope is the best Star Wars movie.
That is a very hot take from 1977 that maintains to this day. That is absolutely correct. If you do not believe that Episode 4 is the best Star Wars movie, then you have never watched it with me. Because I will not shut up throughout that movie of how good that movie is. And there is so much good in Episode 4 that you don't even know that I can just ramble on and on and on about. It's good stuff.
I need to watch it with you because my favorite Star Wars
Oh.
movie is Return of the Jedi. So
Well,
maybe if I watch it with you, then I'll change
Oh,
my mind.
wow. I didn't know you and Mark Ellis had the same favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah. We need Ellis on the show for Return of the Jedi appreciation.
Is that like having the same star sign? You find out someone's favorite Star Wars movie, and you're like, oh, we're the same sign.
It's exactly like that.
Exactly.
My thing is, like, I feel like I have a favorite Star Wars movie, and then I have what I think is, clinically speaking, the best Star Wars movie. And sometimes they are the same, and sometimes they're not.
Well,
Yeah.
I love differentiating those categories as what I consider the best movie. What do I think is the best movie of all time? What is my favorite movie? You know, like that. I like differentiating that. And also, I'm unabashed about saying the best movie of all time and changing that daily if I choose. Like, you know, today I would say the best movie of all time is actually not Star Wars Episode 4. Today it's probably Avengers Endgame. But tomorrow I might change it to Raiders, might change it to Star Wars. Every once in a while, Sneakers will sneak up there if I just watch Sneakers. That becomes the best movie of all time.
Too many secrets.
Too many secrets. C-Tech Astronomy has too many secrets.
I go back and forth between 5 movies. It's a Wonderful Life, La La Land, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and Lady Bird. all will change
Ooh.
back and forth for my favorite movie.
Ooh, that's a
Knives
pretty.
Out was up there at one point. Inception was up there at one point. It consistently changes.
Yeah. Now, what changes it is my question. Obviously, I've just seen episode 4. Episode 4 is going to go right up there. But is there other circumstances without seeing the movie that change it?
I don't know. Like, I honestly just think it depends. I mean, it is a lot of recency bias. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch La La Land and be like, it's the
That's
greatest thing
valid.
ever. Then I'll watch Grand Budapest Hotel and be like, it's the greatest thing
That's
ever.
the one. Well, hey, while you're watching the Grand Budapest Hotel, it is hard to not say that's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, it's. I have the criterion right here. It's pretty perfect in every way. More hot takes though. Somebody said it was Nick said that Ghostbusters 2016 is better than the original Ghostbusters.
That is a very spicy take.
That's a spicy
Take.
take. That's a young person's take, I would say. How what's the age of this person that wrote that, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's all about sensibility. Like tone's totally different. Trying to accomplish different things. It
Right.
might just maybe it speaks to them because I just prefer the OG one. I love it. I love it so much. But I don't have the vitriol and hate for the new one.
Oh, not at all.
I think it's fine.
Because the new one had to, it was trying to do comedically what the first one does in terms of like scenes and pace. Like there are like 3 jokes a minute in 2016, which is not easy to do. Like that they just go and go and go with that movie. Yeah, that's what's great about that one. But you need the first one to give them a standard to achieve, which is what they do, I feel, in 2016, which is better than 1989's Ghostbusters 2.
He says that he is 26.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
that's,
makes
I think that makes sense for you because, you know, I got to see not to say you have to have seen some movie in the theater or have been 13 when it came out or whatever, but the other thing is much like I can go through Star Wars and tell you like scene by scene, like here's what's amazing about the structure of this scene. Ghostbusters has one of those structures where every scene is a perfect sketch. And I cite the opening scene with Venkman and the psychic cards. You could pluck that out and make that a sketch in a show and just go, that was a really funny sketch show about the psychic, you know, or a funny sketch about the psychic.
He says, to be clear, I don't think the new one is that great. I just don't think the original is all that great either.
And that's totally fair. I do love Chris Hemsworth as a beautiful idiot. Like that really played well for me.
Well, yeah, because you know it's a bunch of, you know, what would you call it now? Blonde jokes, I guess. Like it's ditz jokes. You know, you're making ditz jokes, and you can't make ditz jokes anymore. But if you want to make them, then you got to work the plot like they did with him to make them this dumb actor or whatever. That was a great way to get ditzy jokes in because you basically can't do ditzy jokes anymore because they're very sexist, you know. But you turn it into a guy. Guys can be ditzes, and then you can actually make those jokes, which is really fun. What's the best line? Which one of these makes me look more like a musician? Me playing the saxophone or me holding the saxophone? Which one of these makes me look more like a doctor? Me playing the saxophone or me holding the saxophone? Something like that.
Yeah. By the way, there was one other hot take also. Ken is not a fan of Nolan's Batman.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I have it's very dark. I apologize. I have a hot take.
Yeah.
As long as you speak about dark things while you do it, Dan.
Yes. I find the original Blade Runner, Ridley Scott's film, while visually stunning, I find that movie to be intensely uninteresting, and I think that Blade Runner 2049 is by far, in my opinion, the superior film.
That's a pretty good take. That's actually not that bad a take, because it is a boring film. It's actually not trying to be a non-boring film. It's just trying to be vistas. It's like an Antonioni film. It's all about the vistas and, you know, yeah. I think that is an on purpose boring film.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You see it in the theater, I assume, Dan.
I've never seen the original Blade Runner in the theater, no.
Well, there's the entire reason for your hot take.
But I've given it many chances over the years. Always with an open mind, and it's just never grabbed me. Whereas Blade Runner 2049, I enjoy thoroughly from beginning to end, every time I've seen it, which is now 4 or 5 times.
Well, you can compare it to 2001 also. 2001 is a boring movie.
But I like 2001. That's the weird thing is I really like 2001, and the original Blade Runner just doesn't have that same for whatever reason, it just doesn't grab me the same way, because I like slower movies, a lot of slower movies. I like Barry Lyndon. I like 2001. Basically, almost anything Kubrick made. Almost. But
he's a long, boring
Blade
director.
Runners just never grabbed me for some reason. I don't know.
I did get to see that again. So this is a luxury, and so obviously this is going to, not saying that everybody has to do what I've done with it, but they did remaster that in 4K, and they took the special effects plates from that, which had originally been done in 75 millimeters, so when they were shrunk back down to 35, they looked amazing. They remastered those in 8K and put it back down to the 4K, and I got to see that but I did see it with 3 people who I think were going in to see more of a Harrison Ford movie, much like many people were in 1982. We're like, hey, let's go see this new Harrison Ford movie, which is not Star Wars by any stretch of the imagination. But it just lulls you in. Blade Runner just really lulls you into it. But it is a lull. It's a lull.
I love Lawrence of Arabia. I don't mind long movies. I don't mind deliberate movies. But that's my hot take. I will recede back to the backstage now.
That's a good hot take.
I'll share some hot takes. I think that Fantasia is one of the worst animated films ever made.
Oh, that's just but you're not. Are you talking about via the plot? Based on the plot, yes, it doesn't have nearly the plot that Soul does. But for what it was trying to do in 1940, for 39,
I don't forgive you for this, Trevor.
Yeah. I mean,
I had to watch it for a class, and I really thought it was terrible. I fell asleep. It's a good nap movie. I could appreciate the animation, but
could you?
Wow.
Did it all go to the music? Did the third animated feature made of all time bore you with its lack of plot?
It just, nothing about that movie worked for me at all.
Not even Night on Bald Mountain with the giant bat creature. That is one of my favorite Disney creations. Is that giant bat creature to that music? Hey, Trevor, watch it again. You'll notice everything syncs up to the music. Maybe you didn't notice that the first time through.
I saw that.
I've got one, by the way. Dan and I both think that Gladiator is overrated.
Ooh.
You could be right on that, but not a lot of Gladiator movies were made at that time, so it was kind of a unique experience.
Like I said, just because it's our hot take doesn't mean we think we're right. It's just what's right for us.
No, it probably is overrated. I mean, I could see watching Gladiator and making fun of everything it's doing, like the hands through the grass thing, which now a lot more people do after
It's
wheat, the wonderful
Sweet corn.
wheat. Yeah. The hand going through. I mean, I could see you going into that movie and going, what a bunch of pretentious crap you guys are trying to do here.
I mean, I think it's good. I definitely don't think it's a bad movie. I just think maybe it was just the Oscar hype and everything. Exactly, Nick. I was only mildly entertained.
You were not entertained.
I was perfectly adequately entertained, but it didn't make me think, oh my God, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Right.
That's all.
I have 2. I think that G-Force, the 2009 guinea pig Disney movie, is great.
G-Force? Wow. So you're going G-Force over Fantasia?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And
again, when you watch Fantasia, did you notice that all the animated things happen on the beat of the music? I just watch it again. I just say watch it again.
Not just oh my God, oh your God too, because Trevor, you're breaking me.
And then I think that the 2012's The Avengers, while I still think it is good, I think it is overrated.
Yeah. I'm so tempted to point out things that have come out so much more recently than old movies and just saying what did you think of, compare and contrast Turbo to Au revoir les enfants.
That is one of the most adequate sentences I've ever heard.
It's terrible. But yeah, The Avengers just lulls in the middle, like any kind of momentum that it built up. Once they go onto the helicarrier, all of that is just stopped dead in its tracks.
Well, they were never going to make an Avengers movie in my lifetime that I ever thought. So I'm pretty happy to have that one.
Oh no, absolutely, and I don't think it's bad by any means. I just think that it is overrated. Just as far like I think it's really horribly paced, but like it's still a very fun movie, and like it's not like too much of a chore to get through. But like I don't understand people putting it like top 5, top 10 MCU. I think it's solidly like mid-tier MCU.
That's a pretty hard story to tell. We're very spoiled now, but back in the day, and I'm talking 2012, back in the day, but back in the day, it was common knowledge if you put more than 3 superheroes in a movie, you just couldn't tell that story. Like when Batman Returns came out, they're like, well, of course they put 3 fantasy characters in one movie. That's just going to bog down. You just literally can't do that. It disobeys the laws of physics.
Yeah. But it's not that I think it's bad or anything. It's just not. I would say as I don't think of it as highly as others. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
It's got Captain America in it. It's got electrolytes in it.
It's got electrolytes, power lights, turbo lights, more lights than your body has room for. Any Power Thirst fans out there? If anyone out there has actually seen Power Thirst, please say in the chat.
Now, Power Thirst, that's the DreamWorks movie that came out after Turbo?
Exactly.
John Carter and A Wrinkle in Time aren't that bad. I think that
John Carter is not that bad. I will die on this hill. I really like watching that movie, and I need to get PJ Campbell. I'm sure he heard me. It's like PLD and Ed Harris. Like the minute you say John Carter, like I know PJ just like his hair stood up on the back of his neck. But yeah, I love watching that movie.
PJ has a Rocketeer, has added 2 things to his resume this week: a Rocketeer tattoo and my eternal love. Oh no!
Sorry,
Doing okay?
my face hurts when I yawn.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, because I yawn a lot because I'm tired all the time.
You're tired all the time because you had tooth surgery, and therefore you yawn, which hurts your surgery.
From last year, I like Hillbilly Elegy and I like The Prom.
I'm not acknowledging either of those statements.
I went to a double feature 2 nights ago of Any Which Way You Can and Rumblefish.
Ooh.
So I can give you my hot take on Any Which Way You Can. I mean, Clint Eastwood is in a movie with a monkey. We don't do this much anymore in movies where, say Benedict Cumberbatch will next star with an ape, Yeah. That's much more 70s that at any moment somebody could be in a movie with an ape. And it's just so funny that Clint Eastwood, one of our most respected actors, one of our most respected directors, is in 2 movies with an ape.
Yeah.
Nick says that The Kitchen and X-Men Apocalypse are decent.
I enjoy The Kitchen. I'm not saying it's great, but I enjoyed it.
We also have we got some Streamlabs. Kenneth donated $5. It's Ken. We heard Trevor's first movie in the theater. What's everyone else's? Mine was Benji at the drive-in.
Oh, that's cute.
My guest has arrived.
Ooh.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Adam, though, for hopping on.
Sure thing. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Same.
Keep all your takes hot and keep Dan in the dark. Like a mushroom, he needs that and to grow big and strong. And all right. Nice seeing you guys. Maybe it's time for Kaiser to pop back in again from a different downtown bar.
Right.
Maybe. All right. Bye, Adam.
Bye.
Mara, movie in theater.
Mine was Jurassic Park.
Wow, what a movie!
Dan, do you want to come and tell people what yours was?
An American Tale that I can remember. Fact,
I might have been dragged to some other movie, but I don't remember it either. So
I don't know if Trevor's parents were born yet, but this was in the mid '80s. An American Tale.
What? That was '86. An American Tale.
I think it may have been '87. I'm trying to think now.
Let me check. Regardless, they were born.
Oh, 1986. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, they were born. So good on that front.
That's good.
Well,
Yeah.
you think about it, Dan. If they were born in 1986, they'd be my age. I'm not quite old enough to have a Trevor.
I know. I was
Barely if I were incredibly irresponsible, but
being somewhat facetious, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Ooh, Nate. Hot take: the Harry Potter books are only worth burning, and so are the movies.
Oh, that's spicy.
I
There's some fire on that.
love my Harry Potter.
I get why. I feel like it's kind of like I got lucky. I was at the absolute perfect right age for the books, and I was still
Same.
like growing up with them when they started making the movies, and they grew up the books with their audience, which I think was very smart. But oh no, ow, oh sorry, excuse me. But I can get why if you were already like a fully formed adult person, why if you didn't have kids, especially, you might not latch on to Harry Potter much. Like that makes sense.
Him and Hudson, hot take: 2005 Sky High is a masterpiece of cinema. That's just a fact.
I like that movie a lot.
Him and Hudson also in Streamlabs donated $3. Society needs more movies about automobile racing.
Ooh, does that mean? Oh, we are at. Dan said $23 in donations so far.
$2 more dollars, and then we get to see Cats, not the movie, but Mara's Cats.
Yes.
They get treats, right?
Yes, they are going to get treats. Dan has to go get them though, so I hope he heard that because I don't have them.
instead of feed Dan, it's feed the cats.
Yes. And after this, I'm going to try to shove something in my face and eat. I had a minor meltdown earlier because Dan wanted a certain something to eat. And I was like totally fine with him eating it, but it was something I could not eat. And he didn't want to enjoy it without me being able to eat. And so there was a minor meltdown, but eventually we found a compromise where I ate something and I could mostly eat it as long as I put it in small enough pieces and drowned it in liquid. So luckily everything's fine.
Yeah. Nick says, even with the J.K. Rowling controversy, I try my best to separate artist from art. I think that even with the stuff that J.K. Rowling has said, I can still appreciate the Harry Potter books and movies without fully appreciating J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of empathy for that perspective. I try to have empathy for everyone, but that sort of closed-mindedness, I think, is just very toxic. So I definitely don't agree with the statements that she's made. And I think that there's a way to separate art and artists. Like, for example, if they actually make another Fantastic Beasts film, I'm not going to pay to go see it because I'm not going to financially support the work of somebody where I really just vociferously disagree with everything that they've said. I've never been shy about saying that I think that her perspective is archaic and antiquated and hurts a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Nick says, so does it mean more car movies or Cars movies? Yeah, we need more Cars movies. Those are movies that I grew up with. I kind of feel bad for my parents. I know, like, I know everyone wants them and they're like, yeah, it's fine. I still have a lot of nostalgia for it. Yes, I'm 15 and I can have nostalgia. But I feel bad for my parents because they watched those movies a lot. It was Cars and Cars 2 basically on repeat. So, yeah. All of the Cars. Let's see, $2 more, guys. $2 more, and then we get.
By the way, do we want to play a little bit of the Letterboxd movie game with Dan as well? Because we did promise it.
Why not? Why not? Before that.
Oh, also,
though,
Trevor, I want to show you this picture, by the way. I was going to show you earlier, but I'll just show everybody of this really super sick apple pie with a crumble that I made the other day.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I made it in my Dutch oven, and it was very, very good. Everything's from scratch, crust from scratch. I used some fresh star anise, fresh nutmeg, and cinnamon sticks when I made the reduction for the apples. I never used only one kind of apple. I was very proud of it. His mom also enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, that looks delicious. Ken agrees in chat. Him and Hudson, the first Cars movie is incredible. I think that my opinion is definitely lessened of it, but I still think it's a solid movie. Like,
yeah, I like it.
I would still classify it as good. I don't think it's the masterpiece I thought it was when I was 6, But I still think it's very, very good. But yeah, Cars 2 is not great. Yeah. One last news story here. Yes, there is the Eternals trailer. Yes, Anthony Mackie signed on for Captain America 4. There's going to be an F9 director's cut. All of these things. But what's really most important to talk about is Murder Mystery 2 is happening. I talked about how I watched it earlier. It's happening, everybody. Mara, thoughts?
Color me intrigued.
I don't know what they're going to do with it. Like,
No clue.
but sure.
Sure.
Why not? Let's see. Speedrunning news. Yeah, so F9 director's cuts. Thoughts?
Sure, why not? Someone will enjoy it.
The description was more Cardi B, more flashbacks, and more tanks.
Fine, whatever.
All right, next story. Ben Kingsley is confirmed to return in Shang-Chi. Thoughts?
I mean, I think they can make that work. I think they established canonically that he could be there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Spencer got a release date, November 11th. So Spencer, it is from the director of Jackie. And it's starring Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. It's going to be a biopic. She's getting a lot of Best Actress hype. I'm very excited for it. Did you know about this movie before?
I did, yes. I saw some really early like hair makeup set photos, and I mean the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah. I mean it's from Neon, which already gets me excited. Pablo Larraín, that's the name of the director of Jackie. Also did this, Pablo Larraín, I believe he did this really interesting I think it's a Brazilian film from 2018 called Emma. It just came out in the US. I check it out though. The color grading on that is gorgeous. And it's Emma, EMA. But yeah, very excited for that. Maybe Kristen Stewart gets an Oscar. That'd be fun. Anthony Mackie signing on for Captain America 4. Thoughts?
I mean, I love more Anthony Mackie. I think he's delightful. He's a good actor. He's funny. And of course, there's a reason for him to be there, even more so than when he was just simply Birdman.
Now I want to see the crossover with Michael Keaton.
That's you know what? For the crossover reboot, sequel, prequel movie, that's going to be my crossover.
Perfect. All right, last couple stories. Did you see the Eternals trailer?
I did not. I've only seen the teaser that was out before.
Yeah, it looks incredibly gorgeous. Like, please get. I mean, they snubbed Nomadland of a cinematography when. Chloe Zhao makes beautiful movies. The writer in Songs My Brother Taught Me were not even nominated for anything, which is a tragedy. All of her movies are some of the most visually gorgeous things I have ever seen. And I really want this to get cinematography. I want it to get visual effects because even off of the trailer, it already deserves it.
Definitely. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
So are you aware of the comic book character Ironheart?
I am, yes.
So we knew that she was getting a show. So Dominique Thorne has been cast as Ironheart, and she's going to appear in Black Panther 2. And that will be her first appearance before her show. She has previously appeared in If Beale Street Could Talk and Judas and the Black Messiah in background roles, I believe. Maybe she was more up front. I know those are the only two films on her IMDb. But yeah, I believe they were both. Yeah, they were both just background roles. But like, what a filmography so far! If Beale Street Could Talk, Judas and the Black Messiah, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I mean, what a filmography!
Right.
So yeah, really excited. I'll be honest, I've seen If Beale Street Could Talk. I've seen Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't remember her in any of them. But I'm excited to see her as Ironheart for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Very much.
All right, last story, and then we can do some Letterboxd movie game. Journey Smollett is going to return as Black Canary for a Black Canary HBO Max movie.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. That's fun.
Just broke, I think, yesterday. Yeah, so excited. Oh, speaking of backtracking quick, I got this in the mail. I'm excited to rewatch it.
I love that cover.
Yeah, it's a beautiful slipcover. Yeah, no, I'm very excited about this. So now we've gotten 3 HBO Max DCEU movies announced, with Batgirl, with she's the Nina from In the Heights.
Yes.
Why can't I think of her name? Leslie Grace. Leslie Grace as Batgirl. Chola Maraduena is Blue Beetle. And then plus now we have Journey Smollett as Black Canary, all in HBO Max original films. So it's interesting because they're utilizing HBO Max a lot more, because we have the Peacemaker TV show that comes out next year. That's already been greenlit for season 2. So they're kind of doing the Marvel Disney Plus route, except they're doing films, which is interesting. I'm curious for a particular movie trivia program that you may or may not participate in. If those
never heard of it.
But that has been the speed running of the news. We need $2 more. $2 more. If somebody just wants to put in $2, or if 2 people want to put in $1, then
worst case scenario, I can at the end of the show, the worst case is that I have Dan Merle hand me $2 and we count it. He also loves it that I constantly refer to him as Dan Merle instead of just Dan.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Full names.
It just flows. It flows so well.
Yeah, it does. Dan, have I ever told you have a great name? Great name.
Oh.
Let's see here. Ooh, another hot take. I didn't think that The Woman in the Window was entirely that bad. I thought that the production design was fantastic. I thought that the costumes were great. I thought makeup and hair was great. I thought it had great cinematography. I thought that Amy Adams was fantastic. How was the story? It was terrible. And it's probably one of the worst directorial efforts from Joe Wright. I mean, like, Hannah is fine, but like it's definitely one of his worst. Maybe The Soloist. That one wasn't great, but like it's definitely one of his worst efforts directorially. But like the performances are good, and like technically it's very, very good. So I liked it much more than other people. But let's do the Letterboxd movie game.
Yes, Dan, are you ready?
Sure.
Yes, I am ready.
Sorry, I have to read.
Yes, we have to read this one.
Another hot take: the movie Trivia Schmodown is overrated. Lol.
Never heard of it. Must be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no clue what anybody is talking. The Schmodown. Who names the Schmodown? All right.
Well, I've got one if you want to participate, Trevor.
Sure. I like participating in things.
You ready, Dan?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say 4.5-star review with a heart. This counts as strictly a thirst watch for me in case any of you have been tricked into thinking I have my life together or something.
Let's see. I'm going to assume this is a Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
The Grand Marigold, the most exotic Marigold Hotel, or whatever the hell it's called.
Pretty close.
I will say, let's go with Nightcrawler.
All right. I have another review.
Who's closer?
You are closer, Trevor.
I am? Okay.
This is a 4.5-star review with a heart emoji. This movie wouldn't be nearly as good if the characters didn't have flip phones to dramatically shut at the end of each conversation.
Okay, so we have the era. Let's see what's chat saying. Enemy, Southpaw. Flip phones to dramatically set. Were flip phones around for Mean Girls?
They were.
Okay, then that's my guess.
I'm going to say Entourage, the movie.
Oh. All right. Neither one of you is at all close.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
5 stars. This is in all caps. The third act of this movie. ... I really might light my own head on fire.
I wouldn't advise that. Hey, him and Hudson agreed with me though. He said Mean Girls, so I wasn't entirely wrong there.
The third act of the movie. Interesting.
Let's say.
I'm going to say The Happening.
Ooh.
I will say. Man, I don't really know. I'm gonna steal Nick's guess. I'm just gonna steal answers from chat because Dan's seen more movies than I have. I'm gonna say The Departed.
Okay. This last one should be helpful. 5 stars. 3 things. We should have left Matt Damon on Mars. Martin Scorsese not casting Ben Affleck is rude. Can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, The Departed.
Is it The Departed?
It is. That's an excellent guess.
Thank you, Nick.
The Departed.
Nick crushed it. Thank you,
I mean,
Nick.
seriously though, the third act of that movie is just like intense.
Yeah. Well done, Nick. Got it.
Yes, bravo.
We're here today to
We did hit our
microprocessors. Yes, those microprocessors.
Him and Hudson donated $2. Hot take: Safety Not Guaranteed is a pretty mediocre film.
I like that movie a lot. I'm not saying it's great. I fully understand why it is very, very much my speed, but that is an acceptable take, I think, for most people.
Yeah. So we do get to feed the cats.
Yes. Shall we feed them now? The people have spoken. All right. Yeah, watch Muffin run her ass into this room.
Maybe.
Oh, come on. Did she hear it? Muffin, yum yum.
Oh, here she
Seriously,
comes.
the one time.
I hear.
There
she comes.
There she comes.
Usually she sprints.
She must have been sleeping a post-dinner nap.
She was on her side of the bed. I think she was asleep.
Come on. You have to come up here, or I'm not giving it to you. Muffin. She's just making the cutest little meow. She's like, but. Yeah, come on. Come here. You can do it. You're a show cat. Muffin, up. Here, come on, you can do it. Good girl. Come on, buddy. Bring your fat butt up here. Well, I might feed her first. They somewhat don't get along. They do, but they don't.
So like any siblings.
Exactly. Plus, I want to make sure that she gets her camera time. Come on. Good girl. I'm so proud of you. And also, by the way, our jar of cat treats is a cat.
That's perfect. I mean.
Oh, good girl. Hey, buddy, come here. Come on, bud. I might have to remove her. Oh, my good girl. I know you're just so cute. Buddy, come here. Sir Pounce, come here. You were promised. There you go. Good boy. He's not quite as good at tricks. I'm going to adjust my camera so that way you guys get to see him because he was promised he will be delivered. Okay. Hey, buddy.
It'd be pretty funny if he jumped on the laptop and we just lost the lap.
It would be funny for
That's
a
gonna
second.
happen.
He just likes to lick it when I
I
hold
know.
it. He never wants to eat it on his own.
Nick, you can actually train cats like that. Yeah, cats are occasionally smart.
Oh, Muffin is wicked smart. Next week, we'll make sure we have meaty sticks on standby. That's when you really see her freak out.
Yeah.
One more for you because I'm such a sucker for them. All right, children. That's enough for right now. I'm proud of you.
Well, I have an idea for one last game before we get out of
Oh,
here.
yeah.
It's a new game. For next week, I have a game idea. I found in my closet Marvel Comics Family Feud. So I feel like that needs to be played.
Oh, I love it.
So that next week. Ryan and chat, next thing we know, Muffin will have her own YouTube channel. That should be
Oh,
a
she
thing.
could. She totally could.
So for our last game of the day, what we're going to do is I have a list of movies.
Okay.
You
Hi, Princess.
I'll give you a range of numbers to pick from, and Dan, you can come on for this. You guys will pick 5 movies. Based on, it will just be random on numbers. You guys will you have to eliminate 4 from existence.
Oh, I like this. This is fun.
Okay.
So, you have to get rid of 4. So first you get to pick numbers.
Okay, what's our range?
Your range will be from 1 to 50.
Ooh.
All right. Dan, why don't you go first?
43.
43. All right.
I'm hoping that 43 is movie 43, and it's an easy choice.
It is Hereditary.
Just my luck.
I'm going to pick the number 13.
13. You have selected La La Land.
Oh my gosh.
La La Land?
Scott Mance just
What?
he just fell in the shower.
All right. Who wants to pick next number?
Dan, you're up.
2.
Joker.
Oh, well.
31.
31. Let's see. Let me scroll. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
All right, Dan.
22.
22 is Jojo Rabbit.
Oh man.
So
Okay.
you have to eliminate 4 of these 5 movies from existence. They never existed.
From
So
existence.
you have to think about historical implications. Like if you eliminate Joker, then Joaquin Phoenix doesn't win his Oscar.
I'm okay with that. I can live with that
I think
reality.
he's going to win another one. I listen. He was great in Joker, but I don't think I'm not in the upper echelon on that one. So I'm okay with getting rid of Joker if you are, Hun. Yeah,
I think that he has a shot this year with Come On, Come On, a 24 film.
Yeah, I think that he's going to win again. So Joker's gone. Goodbye.
Right.
What a cruel joke.
Here, let me. I think I own.
Someone will just make it again.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
All
Call
right.
it something different.
Let's see. I wasn't writing down the movies. What were the movies, Mara? Let's see if I can.
Hereditary, La La Land, Joker, Guardians, and Jojo Rabbit.
Joker.
Cat hair all over me.
All right. Here we go. I have visual representation. So we got Guardians in this box set.
Oh.
Then here are the other 4. So we've gotten rid of Joker. So that movie goes away.
Yep. All right.
This is Guardians. It's in here. Promise.
Man. Okay. Well, so if you wipe out a movie, it like
It's a
the thing
ripple
with
effect. I guess.
Guardians is if you wipe Guardians out, does the MCU still work? Maybe.
I assume what they would
I
just
think it
do is
does.
they would bring in the Guardians. They wouldn't have their own standalone film. They would be brought in via like maybe an additional Avengers film
Yeah, I
or
think we'd still get the Guardians even if you wipe Guardians out. So I think Marvel would find a way around it. So I think maybe we can get rid of Guardians safely.
I mean, that is sad because I do think the only reason they made Ant-Man was because, like, I'm not saying it was because Guardians succeeded because it had been greenlit before that, but just the idea, though, I think a talking tree hitting as high as it did is part of what gave us Ant-Man. But
Yeah.
I'm still okay with this.
So we're getting rid of Guardians?
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Guardians.
All right. So these are our 3 movies. You still have to eliminate 2 of them from existence. Oh, like if you eliminate Hereditary, there's RES, there's Career Takeoff. If you eliminate La La Land, I mean, all those Oscars, very different. Jojo Rabbit, Taika Waititi doesn't get an Oscar.
I was gonna say that's one where I don't know if I can live with that. I don't
So
think
La
I
La
can take that
Land,
from him.
hear me out. If La La Land is erased, listen, it's great. That was my favorite movie that came out that year. But if La La Land is erased, then that means that Moonlight gets a clean win. And people just remember it as that movie that won Best Picture instead of the one that got announced second. So
I'm okay with letting that controversy die.
yeah, let's get rid of La La Land then.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
kind
Scott
of agree
Mantz.
here because like La La Land's one of my favorite movies of all time. But like
I love La La Land.
Its historical significance compared to these 2, I mean, for what it did for these directors, I think is, you know, I think it's okay to get rid of La La Land. Oh, Jeff Alterman pops in. Hey, all, popping in to say Shiva Baby is so accurate to a Jewish funeral that it hurts to watch. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It is the best movie of the year.
I cannot tell you how many times during that we're watching this, and I was just like, Trevor, it's painful because this is my family, and it is painful to be around them, which is why I live nowhere near them.
Yeah, can't wait for you to see it, Dan.
Oh,
right.
God.
We have to eliminate one of these from existence.
I think I'm leaning one way, but I want you to tell me what you're thinking.
Here's the thing. Taika, I think, can win another Oscar. He's got a long career ahead of him. You can never replicate that Toni Collette performance.
Well, here's the sad thing, though. It got no critical acclaim. Like, it got no awards. We're actually not taking anything from her other than that experience. And I think she still has so many years of greatness left in her.
Yeah.
We would be robbing Taika of something that, I mean, how many people thought, like, think about just the outrage in general about the, like, oh, look at playful, colorful Hitler. And then the guy gets an Oscar. Like, I just think that how surprising and unbelievable it was. I mean, ScarJo is fantastic in it.
So let's think about this. If we get rid of Hereditary, Midsommar probably doesn't happen. But if we get rid of Jojo Rabbit, yeah, Taika doesn't get his Oscar. And I don't think that Taika, sure, he did Thor Ragnarok. He had What We Do in the Shadows. But I don't know if his career takes off as much. I do think that he has a chance, even with like Next Goal Wins this year.
I would like to point out that Hereditary is A24's biggest hit worldwide and second biggest domestically. And if you wipe out Hereditary, that probably wipes out a lot of financial assistance to other great A24 movies that were propped up by the large grosses that Hereditary was able to bring in.
Well, I will say this. I'm okay in a way with Midsommar not happening, only because then I never have to see Jack Rayner's penis. But I'm picking up what you're putting down, Dan, and I will support your decision to erase Jojo Rabbit from reality.
All right, we're keeping Hereditary.
Wow, so we just, within the past 10 minutes, eliminated Jojo Rabbit, Joker, La La Land, and Guardians of the Galaxy from history.
Sorry, I know no one will agree. That could be our hottest take of the night.
Yeah, for sure. Nick with a hot take, he didn't like Shiva Baby, which, that's fair.
Mara, look at this.
That's totally okay.
So the cat left from getting treats and she made it as far as the door outside of the studio. Before she gave up and said, you know what, I'm just going to stay here.
Oh, Muffin.
Yeah.
Sir Pounce is guarding me. We call it attack position because he'll sit and he puts his bottom towards me and his face away from me, and he sits like very attentively, and he's just waiting, and it's guard dog behavior. The funniest thing, by the way, that these cats do, they love water. Every time I turn on the shower, Sir Pounce, I don't care where he is in the house, he bolts and runs as fast as he can to get in the shower. It's weird.
That is.
I'm going to return to the darkness of the backstage.
Well, why don't you say
Alright.
goodbye to everyone? Because I do think we're going to start to wrap up. Because I was mentioning to Trevor, I do have a previous engagement, and I would like a little tiny bit of time in between to shove something soft in my face and have a power nap.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. I do quickly want to read a couple things from chat. Ken says, Dan, that's why I love charts. Galaxy Geek says, I don't know, I have to go Jojo Rabbit. PLD says, that one hurts, but I understand.
I told you he heard me say it, Harris.
Galaxy Geeks also says, my Spider-Man statue is a bit creepy, looking over my shoulder. Yeah, it's very scary. When we first got it, we'd come down to the basement. It lights off. It's kind of terrifying. You think that somebody's in your house. But I think that's the show. Next week, I don't know what movie we'll be talking about, but we will have the goals to watch Cats and potentially a double feature of Cats and Catwoman. I don't know what the dollar amounts on those torture devices will be, but that's going to be a thing. So if you guys would like to pay for it, but thank you to everybody who donated today.
I have a cat cookie cutter. I can make some cat sugar cookies and frost them with royal icing and decorate them to be different characters from the movie Cats.
Nice.
So
Are there
I hope this
characters or
happens.
they're just cats with no personality?
Ha!
All right. Thank you, everybody. Mara, where can they find you on the internets?
They can find me at that place on Twitter that I've been very absent of late, but I promise you I'm not dead yet. Hopefully I have many years left on planet Earth. But I'm also on Instagram. I don't know how to use it, but I'm at that Mara LA. I'm going to figure it out eventually. And I will be right back here 6 days and 22 hours from now. So you can find me there. Where are people able to find you?
I will also be here 6 hours. Yes, I'll be here 6 hours from now.
All by yourself, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, 6 days and 22 hours from now, you can find me here as well. And then I also do stuff on my own YouTube channel, Trevor Matteson Talks Movies. And I'll do some movie reviews and I'll talk about stuff. So if you're interested in movie stuff, you can go over there. If not, okay. But that's the show.
I'd also like to thank all of the plants, animals, vitamins, minerals, extraterrestrials, and our ghost, who's very excited for Halloween, by the way.
And Adam and Kaiser, thank you so much for coming on.
Extra special thank you to the fan favorite and to future manager of the year. I've not specified which of those two people it is, so I maintain respect in Adam's eyes.
Both of them, it's going to be a tie, just like the Critics' Choice Awards tied for editing last year between Promising Young Woman and Trial of the Chicago 7.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with us. I know this was perhaps more weird than usual. However, we promise nothing more than that.
No. Internet's fun.
It is fun. So stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.